In this video, I want to tell you about the idea behind creation in Gnosticism. In Gnosticism, the creation of the world is seen as the result of the action of a demiurge, a kind of imperfect god who created the phenomenal world, which is seen as illusory and full of suffering. This demiurge is seen as separate from the true deity, which is a transcendent and absolute god. The demiurge's creation of the world is seen as a mistake or a sin, and the goal of Gnosis, knowledge, is to free the soul from the captivity of the phenomenal world and reunite it with the transcendent divinity. The philosopher Plato of Athens, 427 to 348 BC, is considered one of the most brilliant thinkers in human history. Plato opposed the dominant sophistic philosophy of his day, which held that truth could not be known and that teachings were simply a matter of rhetorical skill and persuasion. Plato, by contrast, believed that truth was accessible through reason and contemplation, and that it was possible to know the eternal ideas that underlie the sensible world. Plato also argued that sense perception is deceptive and that we cannot truly know reality through our senses. Instead, we must resort to reason and contemplation to have true and lasting knowledge of the world and the eternal ideas that make it up. In this way, Plato opposed the idea that knowledge was based on sensible perception and that truth could only be known through sensible experience and observation of the world. Instead, he argued that truth was accessible only through reason and philosophical contemplation. Plato's academy was closed by Justinian in AD 529. Because it is considered a threat to the stability of the Christian religion. The closure of Plato's academy may have been a political act aimed at maintaining the power of the Christian religion and limiting the diffusion of philosophical ideas considered dangerous. However, this is only one possible interpretation, and there is no official or accepted version of these events. An important feature of Platonism is its metaphysical dualism, which involves a distinction between an immaterial world of being and the material world of becoming. The material things of this world are essentially copies of eternal, immaterial forms in the realm of being. Late in his life, Plato wrote the Timaeus, a dialogue containing a creation myth. In that myth, the divine creator, defined as the demiurge, artisan, creates the physical world based on the eternal pattern in the world of immaterial forms. The product of that creation is the best of all possible worlds. A similar type of dualism can be found in Gnosticism, where a radical distinction is made between the material world below and the immaterial divine world above. Some Gnostics have even adopted the Platonic term for the creator, the demiurge. But for the Gnostics, this world is by no means the best of all possible worlds, nor is it eternal. Its creator is a god who is ignorant at best and even evil in some Gnostic systems. Teachings concerning a real world beyond the phenomenal world and the idea of a divine figure acting as a demiurge were present in some forms of ancient philosophy before Plato. For example, pre-Secretic philosophy, which dates back to the 6th century BC, included philosophers such as Thales and Anaximander who held similar conceptions of the nature of the world and of things. The Pythagoreans also had ideas about the world beyond sense perception and about eternal realities. Furthermore, Platonic philosophers of the school of Elea, such as Parmenides and Zeno, argued for the existence of an eternal and immutable reality, distinct from the sensuous perception of the phenomenal world. Thanks for watching.